Hello everyone, this is me Farid Fana, your friend, guide and instructor in this channel. As we all know, Adobe Illustrator is used for illustration, for branding. Mostly we work with paths, so why don't we work on our path? There is an option called path in our Adobe Illustrator through which we can work with path easily. There are few options which is really handy. So let's jump to our computer screen. First of all, we need to know where it is located. Go to the object. Voila, this is the path. You can see there are a bunch of more options: joint, average, outline stroke, offset path, reverse, path direction, simplify, add, remove, divide, anchor points, and so on. Let's work with joint and average first. I need to draw two lines. Let's change the colors. I guess you guys already know path gets stroke color, so we need to change the stroke color here. Let's change it to, this color is fine. When you have two paths, both of them are open path, and you go to the path, you can see there is joint and average. If I go and select my direct selection tool, select these two anchor points and go to my object path. If I click on join, both of them will be joined with an extra path. But if I don't want this path, I need to work with my average first. Go to path, average. It will give you a window. It says how do you want to arrange your two anchor points. If I click on horizontally, they will be aligned horizontally. If I click vertically, they will be aligned vertically. Whenever you are doing your joint and average, you need to know you have selected only two anchor points which are open. Here you guys can see I didn't select 2 points. The whole line aligned in a horizontal or vertical. Maybe select these 2 points, go to object, path, average, vertical. So now they are aligned vertical. Let's Control Z, select these 2 anchor points, go to object, path, average. If we select both, they will align them horizontally, vertically too, and horizontally as well at the same time. Okay, there you go. Still, there are 2 different paths. Select this one, you can move it. But if you select these 2 points and then you go to path, click on join, now it's a single path, but still open path. The next thing we have on our path is outline stroke. If I have a stroke, let's increase its width. Then I go to my object, go to path, click on outline stroke. Now the stroke converted to shape. It's not a stroke anymore. Go to your direct selection tool. You can transform each and every anchor point of the shape you drew or shape you converted from stroke. The next thing we have is offset path. Now if you want to give an extra stroke to this particular shape of mine, go to your path, offset path. Will say how many pixels do you want to offset this path of yours. So I click on 5, then it will be 5. If 10, it will be 10. I think 15 is left. I guess 10 was good. Okay, let's change it from fill to stroke. Now there is an extra stroke in our shape. This is how you can work with your offset path. We can do it in different way as well. Go to offset path. I don't want to give it in 10 pixels. I want to give it in -10 pixels. Okay, now change it and change its color to white, red. I think orange would look good. Yeah. This is the next thing you can do with your offset path. And what was the next one? Reverse direction. Suppose I have drew a line here. I go to my strokes, head, I think This thing is fine. I started from here and ended up here. I can reverse this path, go to your path, reverse path direction. Now it seems that you have started from this point and ended up here. You guys can do it in a different way too. Go to your stroke. Instead of giving them tail, I can give them a arrowhead. And here, the opposite. The next thing we have is simplify. Let's draw something first. It doesn't matter, I'm just trying to show you guys how simplify works. Go to your path, simplify, and simplify the points you guys have already given curve to them, like this is not, and this is not. Other points have their own curves or curve handles. When you drag it to left, you can see it gets smoother, and you drag it to right, it goes back to the same shape it was before. This is one way to smoothen your shape. The other way, we have a smooth tool too, where it is here. Select this one and we can smooth various points, and the choice is ours. Which point should we smoothen or not? But in simplify, the whole shape gets smooth. What's the next one? Add anchor points. Delete this one and draw a rectangle. We have 4 anchor points. Let's go to our object, path, add anchor points. Now you guys can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4 anchor points added. What did it do? It divided the path and gave an anchor point or add an anchor point in the middle of 2 previous anchor points. If we go back and click on add anchor points, the next one will be here, here. These places will also have anchor points after clicking on this. So this is it. If I click back, go to our object, path, remove anchor points, the anchor point you have selected will be removed. Now the next one in our path is divide objects below. From its name, I think you guys are guessing what it does. If I click on divide objects below, right now it doesn't do anything. But if I bring it here and maybe rotate it, then I go to object, path, divide objects below. Now the object which was below this path, all of them are divided. Now I can change these 3 colors. And the last one is, second last one, split into grid. Let's draw a rectangle and go to our object, path, split into grids. Let's take the preview on. How many rows do you want? I want 5 rows. How many columns do you want? I want 4 or 5 or 6, 7. Doesn't matter how much you give them, but it matters if it is destroying your design. So keep it low. Now each one of them is individual rectangle or I think square. I think it's a nice pattern. Now the last one is cleanup. Suppose I drew a line here and here. Sometimes we draw lines, but our stroke is none. Sometimes we click here, instead of drawing something else, we just skip it, or we don't want our shapes, or I just changed my mind, I don't want to draw anything. And sometimes I have a shape which has colors too. Delete this point, and this point. There are few lines and points in your output, but you can't see them. But if you go to your direct selection tool select like this, you would know that it is available on your output and it is also in your layer. Without doing anything, go to your object, path, clean up. All the extra points or lines will be eliminated from your output. Click on it. You guys just focus on the layers, how many layers gonna be deleted. Clean up. There are 3 things it can clean up. Empty text path means you have clicked on it, removed it, and didn't write anything. What was the next one? Stray points, the points which we deleted and some of them remain. Unpainted objects, the lines which we drew but we didn't give them colors, so all of them will be removed. Click on it, focus on here. Yeah, the extra points and the extra lines, the text path which didn't have text or didn't have text, all of them got deleted. This was the path option of our Illustrator. I hope you guys understood and learned something. If you learned and liked it, share it with your friends to spread the knowledge. Thank you.